What's happening, guys? This is James Blonde with MMOHuts.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending September 9th, 2013. And our first bit of news once again starts off with Elsword continuing its Transformation Evolution series, this time with the second job in Eve's third path as Code battles SERAPH, taking the laser-wielding power of Code Electra to the next level by combining the laser modes of Code Electra into one mode that makes her lasers travel further, home in on targets, and strike enemies multiple times. One noticeable difference that will make or break PvP matches is the increase in mobility in combination with further reaching lasers, and with the new homing capabilities, there's no real way to escape death, it seems. The week before last, Black Gold Online released a trailer showcasing the first race for the Eisenhorst faction, the Bouvant race, and just this past week, Snail Games released the second race reveal, but this time it's for the Erlendir faction. The Yuton race represents the mirror opponents of the Bouvant, coming from the same heritage, but siding with the forces of nature versus steampunk. The Yuton use their superior attunement with magic to unleash the powers of the Elementalist, Demon Hunter, and Alchemist classes. You've got to admit, it's such a cool clash between worlds. Nature versus steampunk? Should be a pretty cool game. September marks the epic conclusion to Granado Espada Online's Bristia story arc with its finale, Renald's Underworld. In combining Bristia scenarios 2-2 and 2-3 into one huge update, players can expect loads of fresh content. Some of the new content features 2 new recruitable characters, a new raid mission called Tigre's Prison where players work their way towards conquering General Renald, and a new scout expert stance called Combat Medicine, giving scouts a new boost in addition to their Master of Team buffs, enhancing their effectiveness and team configurations. These major updates will be released throughout September, and there are plenty of events to go along with it, including the chance to win a rare character card. Check the links in the description below for more details. Last week, Goldfire Studios announced the open beta launch of CasinoRPG, a persistent online game that takes a fairly different approach to the typical casino game by adding some role-playing elements along with tycoon and city-building systems. Playable right now in the browser via HTML5, this was recently funded on Kickstarter. The game is free to play and allows players to build and customize game rooms in their own casinos, share them with plenty of people online, and of course, play all of their favorite table games and slots. Give it time and they'll turn it into a MOBA. Next up, news from Funcom announcing the launch and partnership with Aeria Games with Age of Conan Unchained being available on Aeria Ignite. Everything about the game remains the same, but now it's available with easier access. To celebrate the game's release on Aeria Ignite, all players will receive a free social companion, the Pleasure Priestess of Derketo, as a welcome gift. That seems like a nice companion to have. Other launch events include a race to be the first to reach level 80 and the first guild to build a city on the brand new and exclusive Valkyria server. These events will award tons of in-game bonus points and the Wings of Power XP upgrade. Last week and the week before, Marvel Heroes showed off a few new hero profile trailers similar to the MOBA champion spotlights like the ones we see with Infinite Crisis. The first one, which was revealed at PAX Prime, spotlights Cable, who seems to have a move for everything, including the ability to telepathically assault the minds of nearby enemies. I want to be able to do that. These new trailers go into pretty good detail about the hero's lore, playstyle, and abilities, making it pretty easy for players to determine if they're going to like playing the character before making their choice. And it's not just for new characters, they've also released a trailer set up this way for Spider-Man. The latest game update 1.2 recently launched, and with it the latest playable hero, Emma Frost. With her unique blend of defensive diamond form, melee strikes, and ranged telepathic abilities, her playstyle is truly unique over any of the other Marvel heroes. Update 1.2 also brings a really sick Fear Itself skin for the Thing, new difficulty modes, Heroic and Super Heroic, available for all heroes, an updated defense system, a new starting area, and plenty more. Check the links in the description below for all the details. In a completely different hero universe, the DC universe that is, Infinite Crisis introduced the latest champion, Arcane Green Lantern. A highly distinguished member of the Order of Emerald Knights, Arcane Green Lantern is a combination support and defense hero. Using his lantern to literally light the way, one of his skills grants him vision and AoE damage, plus supports his passive. But undoubtedly his coolest skill seems to be the Construct Champion that creates a stained glass knight that tramples enemies, knocking them up, but it's also useful as an escape by activating the skill again to blink to that location. And it's also nice having an ulti that does damage to enemies and heals allies. Not really my type of MOBA champion, but cool nonetheless. In-Mass Entertainment announced last week that Tera Rising is getting 4 all-new dungeons with dynamic new game modes, epic bosses, and elite gear tomorrow, September 10th. The Dungeon Assault update, as they call it for obvious reasons, is packed with new content, taking players from the mysterious Wonderholm Castle to tower defense battles against Beasts of Legends. Each of the new dungeons features its own trailer introduction. The Kezel Gorge dungeon, for example, features a new 7-player tower defense mode where players try and stop a giant within a time frame by using an assortment of environmental traps. Or the Shattered Fleet dungeon and its 5-player BAM beatdown, where players take on a series of BAMs on Rex ships, leading up to Barbossa himself. Whichever you like best, you can expect there to be some serious rewards to go along with it, so check for the links in the description below for all the details and individual videos. And for our last bit of news, Age of Wushu introduced Butterfly Love, the first permanent lore fashion item with unique performance function. These new premium outfits reflect an ancient Chinese legend based around 2 lovers, but with the marriage system getting introduced to the game just around the corner this winter, this is one way to get a head start. And yes, I'm wondering the same thing. What the heck is up with the video? Why is the frame twitching? Just decide on an aspect ratio already. Anyway guys, that's about it for this week's MMO news and announcements. Like always, if you're looking for more news or information about the news featured in this recap, check the links in the description below. Otherwise, head over to MMOHuts.com/news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below or head over to MMOHuts.com/forums. But until next time guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.